Good morning. This is Carolina from Sade Adventures, and I have some ideas for you for Peru. I know you have clients that are interested in traveling in May, which is one of my favorite months. I thought it'd be easier, along with the PDF that I'm sending you, to hop on here and go through the trip together so you kind of understand the logistics, how everything works, how flexible things are, so that we can tweak it until the trip is perfect. So let me share my screen and we can dive right into the itinerary. So this is the PDF that I'm sending you, and you can follow along or just watch this video, jot down any questions, any changes that you'd like, just reach out and we can do so. So I chose May 6th as your arrival day. This is completely flexible. We do all of our services in Peru completely open, up to you what day works. I just chose the first Saturday. So if it works, let me know. May is the first real month when the rainy season is over. So everything is lush and blooming and green and crisp, bright blue skies. So it's actually one of my favorite months to travel to Peru. So I think you will have a wonderful time if you go in May. Now, as you go into the summer, like if you go later and later in the calendar, the days become even cooler, crisper. It's perfect hiking and being outdoors season. So you will see larger crowds in June, July, and August for many reasons. A, to hike all the different trails, and B, because school is out in North America. And so people will go down to Peru in large groups and with families. So May is one of those shoulder months when the weather is really good, but the large crowds are not there yet. Same thing goes for September. So May 6th, you arrive in Lima. Usually all the flights are day flights, so you arrive in the evening. You will find a State Adventure sign with your name on it and a private guide. My team that I've been working with for 17 years will be there to pick you up in a private car and take you to your hotel. So for this particular itinerary, I included two options for you: a 4-star options, which are hand-picked hotels that I've personally stayed in myself, and then a 5-star option where if you want to do a little bit of an upgrade. So check out all the hotels that I have on here, but please know that we can change them, we can interchange them. So if you want 4-star here but 5-star there, or if you want something else, have heard of a hotel and would like it included, just reach out and we can tweak them. I have been to Peru many times. Every time I go, I try to inspect 10 to 15 hotels. So there's always something fun new popping up. So for 4-star, I included the Iberostar. I was just there 2 months ago, no, a month ago. It's a really great hotel, just a block away from the ocean, great rooftop, great atmosphere. For two ladies traveling together, I think you would have such a good time here. It's a very modern property. So after traveling, it's always nice to have amenities and comforts, and a great restaurant. All of that is here at the Iberostar. Now, if you want a 5-star, then I included the Miraflores Park Plaza. It is also on the ocean, also really well located, great rooftop as well. One of the best pools in Lima is here, but it is more traditional. It is more, the rooms are more sumptuous with a lot better restaurant, well-known restaurant. And so you will see the quality is a little bit higher than the modern Iberostar. So you have two options here to think about. May 7th, you wake up, you have breakfast at the hotel. We include always breakfast at each property. And if you look under each day, I put BL or BD, they will stand for the meals that are already included in your itinerary. So after breakfast, our guide will pick you up. It's usually the same guide that would have met you at the airport. So now you have a relationship with this person. They will know what you like, what you don't like. They will stay with you throughout the Lima experience because they are Lima experts, usually historians, well-educated, really wonderful guides that we have throughout Peru, very passionate about their cities. So this private guide and driver will pick you up and show you the highlights of Lima. This is based on your interest, based on the pace that you want to keep. If you want to see everything, we'll try to squeeze it in. But if you are more interested in seeing museums or being outside, let us know and we can tweak it accordingly. The way this trip will go right now is you will see the highlights. You will see Larco Museum, which is a very interesting, very small museum. You will see Miraflores, which is on the ocean with the Lovers Park and beautiful views. And you will go to the historic center with the main square and all the well-known buildings and the cathedral. In the afternoon, we will continue with a lunch at Huacapuclana Ruins, which is, this is why I put this photo on here, so you can see you literally will eat inside the ruins that were discovered no more than 10 years ago, right in the center of town. We will have a little tasting. We will do a little pisco sour, which is the Peruvian drink. You'll eat something right by the ocean. It's a really great twist of seeing the highlights, but also tasting your way along the way. We will end in Barranco for sunset, which is a very colorful bohemian neighborhood, perfect for if you want to continue for dinner in one of the local restaurants. And then on day 3, which will be May 8th, we will now fly to Cusco. So we'll pick you up after breakfast, take you to the airport. The flight to Cusco is included, and you will arrive there at high altitude. In order for me to take care of you and make sure you're acclimating properly, we will whisk you away to Sacred Valley right away. It is about 2,000 feet lower, really helps the body acclimate faster. So that is how we always do it. We do not stay in Cusco upon arrival. We go to Sacred Valley right away. What's Sacred Valley? It is a huge countryside between Cusco and Machu Picchu, filled with Incan sites, villages, ruins. There are markets and just wonderful, warm communities of Andean people. So we like to incorporate a 48-hour period where you're acclimating, but also seeing amazing sights. So what we do upon arrival is we do an easy tour that is more scenic and less active. One of the sites is the Salineras, which is amazing Incan salt laboratories carved into the side of the mountain, and local people are still working the salt. So you will be in Sacred Valley, which is all green and brown from the mountains and the grass, turn around the corner and everything is white, covered in salt. It's quite spectacular, especially for photography. So we'll go there. We'll go to Moras Morai, which are other Incan sites, and we will have a beautiful lunch at a place called Iskay Moras, which is a local house that's been redone into a restaurant, and it's by reservation only, it's by invitation only. So they don't just open to the public. It has to be arranged ahead of time because they do a really beautiful traditional lunch here. So you will enjoy their rest and go to the hotel. So our hotel in the Sacred Valley, again, we have 2 options. For the 4-star option, we have the Aranwa. I like this property because it's really large. It has a lot of amenities and different places. They have a little library, they have a little theater, they have great rooms to rest in, really comfortable 4-star property. Views are spectacular. And then the 5-star option is the Tambo del Inca. This is, again, quite a traditional property that's been around for many, many, many years. I think I visited it 17 years ago on my first trip to Peru. And the peak thing about Tambo del Inca is that they have a location where the train station is right near the hotel. So it just kind of eliminates one transfer for you, because to go to Machu Picchu, the train is right there. Both are really comfortable. Tambo del Inca has a better spa and a nicer restaurant. It's a little bit more luxurious. So if you want to be kind of spoiled a little bit more, upgrade to 5-star would work well here. Day 4, Sacred Valley, we're going to continue that 48-hour acclimation period, and we will see as much as possible of Sacred Valley. Some of the 2 places that people always want to see is Pisac and Ollantaytambo, and we will include both of them. Pisac is the largest indigenous market in Peru and in South America. And Ollantaytambo is this massive complex of ruins for the Incas. So this is your second day in high altitude. You will feel a little bit easier already. So you can kind of climb around these ruins, have spectacular views. And the ruins happen to be surrounded by an indigenous village. So we will meet local people. We will have a beautiful Pachamanca lunch. Pachamanca means that the food is cooked in a traditional way, underground, beautifully done, beautifully presented, and you will get to see some of the local ladies and gentlemen that work in the village and present this pachamanca, which takes hours and hours. before we arrive to actually be done. Beautiful experience. And then you will return to the hotel and rest some more, because day 5 is our highlight. It's Machu Picchu. So how does that work? Because there's many ways to get to Machu Picchu. The way I will do it for you here on May 8th, we pick you up from the hotel after breakfast, take you to the train station, and I have chosen the Vista Dome train for you. The Vista Dome is the one with the glass ceilings. And this is a beautiful ride, because going from Sacred Valley to Machu Picchu is about 2 hours on this train. And you are entering the mouth of the Amazon. The jungle begins here. So everything really changes outside of the windows, from mountains and brown to really green and much lower. Machu Picchu is actually lower than Sacred Valley. So it really works well to do it this way. As soon as you get off the train, our local guide will be waiting for you. Now, this is not the guide from Lima. This is not the guide from Cusco. It is a local Machu Picchu guide, somebody who was born and raised here and knows Machu Picchu like the back of his hand. It's usually a gentleman that worked in Machu Picchu. So once we arrive there, he will be picking you up at the train station with a porter. The porter will take your bags to your hotel, one of the hotels that we chose, and the guide will join you to the ruins. There's a shuttle that will take you on the side of the mountain to the top, to the gate of the ruins. So there is no hiking at all necessary. Once you're at the ruins, it's ruined, so you're going to be walking around. There's ups and downs. There's many trails, and he will go at your pace. If you don't enjoy stairs, we will take the loop around, and so on. There's many different ways to enjoy Machu Picchu, but you will get spectacular photos, views, and a really good understanding of how special the energy here is and everything else about Machu Picchu. So after the tour, we'll have lunch. We'll go back to the village and check into our hotel, and we will have dinner at the hotel. So our 2 options is our 4-star Casa del Sol, which is right on the river, right by the shuttle station, very well located. The village itself is quite small. If you can imagine, there are no cars here. There's just the shuttles that go up and down, and the train station that comes in and out that you would have arrived in. So it's very small. So Casa del Sol is right on the river, great 4-star property. No frills, but all the comforts you need. It's clean, well located, has breakfast and dinner for you in the restaurant. And then the 5-star hotel, to me, is one of the best hotels in Peru. It is kind of what magic of Peru is made of at the Inca Terra Hotel. It's all these natural woods and colors and warmth of the outside brought into the property. They even have like a scent that will follow you throughout the property. It's very special. You're at Inca Terra when you step into this hotel. They have acres and acres of land, so they have trails all throughout the property. It's actually like a lodge. They include breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Here they have a beautiful restaurant. We've included dinner for you tonight. So I think if you want to stay to 4-star everywhere else, but upgrade yourself here, I would definitely do it. It is a very, very special property. The next morning after breakfast, our guide will pick you up again to return to the ruins. And this is really special because a lot of people will arrive to Machu Picchu in the morning, do a quick 2-hour tour, and then take the train and leave for the night. And to me, that is so crazy because it's so overwhelming to try to do it all in one day. So we always spend the night and return at sunrise. So it allows you an opportunity to see the ruins with way less people, because it would probably be 1/4 of the people that you would have had the day before. It allows you to see Machu Picchu in a different light because it's sunrise. There's all these colors, and another opportunity for photography, especially if it rained the day before, because this is the mouth of the jungle and it can rain every day, regardless if it's dry or wet season. So this is what we will do. You can go up here for sunrise. Machu Picchu are the ruins here, and you will always see this mountain in the back, Huayna Picchu. If you would like, we will hike to the top of this peak. If you are not a hiker, if you don't like stairs, because it's pretty much all stairs uphill, we can skip it and we can go to the Sun Gate, which is a very flat flat hike, soft hiking. And the special thing about the Sun Gate, it is the entry to the Inca Trail, which is quite famous. So there are many options here. We actually just discovered another trail maybe 2 years ago, Huchai Picchu, to another peak, very easy, no more than 30-minute hike. So there's different hikes and softer walks that we can do. And we will discuss all of this before you arrive. So there are no surprises and it's a comfortable day, perfect for your experience. We will have lunch. And then in the afternoon, we are boarding the train to Cusco because now we are fully acclimated and we can really enjoy Cusco. It's about a 3 hour ride to the city. So once we're in Cusco, we can choose between two properties. If we go with the 4-star, oops, and my apologies, I didn't change the name. It's called Mercado. So if we go with the 4-star, the Mercado Hotel is a really great boutique property. So a very small hotel. It used to be an old mansion, now redone into a hotel. Lots of charm, lots of colors, really warm service. I love this little property. So if you like that kind of style, this will be the one that we will choose. If we upgrade to the 5-star, which I think you deserve at this point because you would have been moving around a lot and hiking and going to ruins, the JW Marriott opened up 2 years ago after like a 10-year work in progress of being open, because it used to be an old monastery, then made into a convent, then was abandoned for many years, burnt down at some point, and then JW Marriott purchased it. And every time they would dig, they would find some artifacts or a piece of the Inca wall or something from that belongs in a museum, and the archaeologists would swarm the place and stop construction. So it took them almost 10 years to build it. So now, instead of fighting history, they actually adopted it. So they have a gallery of all the work that they found in their own museum. Some of the walls will have some of the rooms will have Inca walls inside it that you can see behind glass. It's quite well done. And I'm not a big fan of chain hotels, but Marriott did a really beautiful thing here. So if you want a little bit of spoilage, this is where you can do it, because we will be here for 3 nights. So we will be there for the arrival. The next day, sleep in, and our guide will pick you up in the afternoon and show you all the sights, show you all the ruins. Cusco is a beautiful cobblestone city, but it is at high altitude. That's why I leave it to the end, so that you could feel really good and explore and go to the markets and so on, and really be comfortable on foot here. And we will hit all the sites that you need, the Sacsayhuaman Fortress, all the different places that are known around Cusco with your private guide. And then tonight, I've included dinner at one of my favorite restaurants, Chicholina. It's voted #1 in Cusco over and over every year. It's a really great concept because it has an open kitchen, so you kind of see the chefs doing their special magic back there. Very unusual for Peru, which is usually all hidden up in the kitchen behind the wall. So I really love that property, and I invite you to enjoy it. And then, because we have an extra day, I included a tour to Rainbow Mountain. Now, Rainbow Mountain is a very famous mountain, and there are many people going there every day. So what I suggest is we go to Palcoyo Rainbow Mountain, which is the alternative. I have done both hikes last November, and to be able to compare the two hikes. And Palcoyo, my husband and I were the only ones on the mountain hiking. It's a softer hike, very easy going pace, high altitude, yes, but well worth the visit because it is spectacular. So we can discuss this together, see if you're interested in going to see Rainbow Mountain. If not, I still suggest you keep this day in Cusco, and we can go to Chinchero Market. You can get some souvenirs. You can see more in the indigenous communities. We here at Sade Adventures sponsor Miss Minai community. It is a village of about 40 families, really high up in the Andes. And what we do is every time someone signs up to go visit this village, one family kind of adopts you for the day, invites you in. You get to see what life in the Andes is like, and you never know who it will be. Sometimes I'm bouncing a baby on my knee, and sometimes I'm with a shaman doing a ceremony, and it's a lot of fun to see what life is like in the Andes. So we can do that as well on May 13th if you don't want to see Rainbow Mountain. And May 14th is day 9, and it is our last day. We will check you out, have breakfast, take you back to the hotel, airport, fly you to Lima, and then you can fly home. Of course, Peru has so much more to offer. If you have more days, think about the Amazon jungle, think about Lake Titicaca, think about Arequipa and the Coca Canyon, or if you've heard of the Nazca lines, we can go to the desert. So if you have a few extra days, let me know, and I'll show you all the different options. So what is included in this package, what is not? I take care of all your logistics, your internal flights, your train tickets, permits, entries, everything you need to make the trip run smoothly. We take care of for you. We prepay the hotel taxes and breakfast, all the meals that you have listed on the itinerary. We take care to handpick hotels, handpick experiences. So you're not just eating in a hotel, you're really enjoying the location that you're visiting. The only thing not included are your international flights, and that's mainly because I don't know where you're flying from yet. So if you need help with flights, I can surely add them. US citizens don't need any vaccinations. They don't need any visas. So it's quite easy. All you need to do is look at your passport, make sure you have at least 6 months left of validity on it. And you should look into travel insurance, because although it is no longer mandatory, I highly suggest it because you just never know. This is a quite active outdoor trip. So if you sprain an ankle and miss an afternoon tour, travel insurance pops in, gives you a refund for those missed services, unless I can kind of tweak it and make sure I include it on another day. But we're here for you 24/7. And that is kind of the behind the scenes that you don't see on an itinerary when you're reading it. I just wanted you to know that we have been in Peru for 17 years. Is one of my top destinations. We work with it every day. I would be happy to send you any referrals, anything you need, but of course, reach out and we can tweak the trip further to make it perfect. So happy travels, and I'll chat with you soon. Thanks so much.